Welcome to the Talk and Chatter experience powered by Gasoline Alley Harley Davidson. Today's guest, we've got Denny Hayes, the $1 Million Bogan, amongst many other things, YouTuber, managing director of 5 real estate offices, and just a whole plethora of other activities. Welcome, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Is that a fair introduction? Like, you've got so much depth in what you do. Is that a fair introduction?
Yeah. Look, I'm just, I think... Yeah, there's many areas to my life, I guess. Yep. But business for me probably has been the heartbeat which has allowed me to live the life that I want to live. And I'm acutely aware that we all have a number above our head that's counting down till the day we die. So I'm going to live every day like it's my last, because one day it will be. And I think people forget that. They think that they're going to live forever, but life really is only a series of creating snapshots, and I'm trying to create as many snapshots and have as much fun as I can before my last day, you know. So, yeah.
Makes perfect sense. And how did you, like, you're obviously in the real estate business, that is full-time,
yep.
heavy work, obviously, as well. How did you get into the vlogging?
Long story short, I got interviewed for a reality TV show. It was going to be along the lines of $1 Million Listing, and I got shortlisted for that, and it got axed in Australia or something like that. And so I started taking a camera into my own office and started a YouTube channel. I thought I'd call it $1 Million Bogan because it's sort of taking the piss. I was taking the piss out of real estate agents because I think, you know, what they don't realise is to be a good agent, you've just got to be authentic and be real, and people will sell their home with you. So I tried really hard, like a lot of people. It took me like more than a year to get to 1,000 subscribers, and, you know, like I just couldn't get any traction. And then I did a motorbike vlog where I just filmed myself going to Cape York on my Road King, and had like 100,000 views, like the first vlog. So all of a sudden and then I did one where I gave my ex-wife a Harley Davidson, and that went viral. That's had 1.2 million views now. And what I realised was that it's about having a trending topic, something that people follow. So I married it. It all sort of came together. I thought, okay, Harley Davidson's adventure, go on obscure rides with a bit of danger and put some dramatic music in and a bit of slow motion and try and follow a storyline. And that's how the channel sort of has grown. But it started off as a real estate, but now it's nearly full-time motovlogging.
Wow. It's such an interesting topic at the moment because there's so many people obviously involved in doing this sort of thing as well.
Yep.
But your particular one is growing so fast.
Yep.
What do you think you resonate with people? Do you think it's like, because you're a larrikin, you're very very bold, and you take the piss out of yourself, which is something that Australians really like and can adapt with as well.
Yep.
What do you think it is?
I think, because I'm an emotional person and I've suffered myself, you know, my brother died 2.5 years ago from a heroin overdose. I've just, you know, I got clean and sober at the age of 19, so I'm a recovering alcoholic drug addict. So I'm nearly 29 years clean and sober. I guess, what was the question I've gone off for?
Probably why do you resonate?
Okay, yeah. I think because I'm not scared to talk about what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So, you know, in the Arctic when I was in a hailstorm and I started crying. I was on the motorbike because I'd fucked up another marriage, you know, and it was my fault. And I just felt that, God, I was 46 then. I was thinking, I just can't get it together. And it was about why do men, like a lot of men suicide in their 40s because they feel trapped and they feel that, like being 40 in your 40s, I think there's a lot of divorces and a lot of extramarital affairs and child custody. So I've talked about those things because I've gone through them. But what I try and the undertones of $1 Million Bogan is one of perseverance and never ever give in. Because if you want to be a winner, you just can't quit. That's the difference between winning and losing, is not quitting. And people that understand that it's like starting a YouTube channel. So many people start a YouTube channel but they quit. You know what I mean? I'm not going to quit. I'll say that. I'm not going to quit. I'm about to hit 50,000 subs, which to me it's a lot, but it's not a lot considering the work I put in. But I'm going to get to 100,000 and then I'm going to get to 1 million. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm just determined. So I think there's an undertone of determination, and I think and I'm authentic. Like 99.9% of the stuff isn't scripted. It's as it happens. Where a lot of other people might have a YouTube channel, they're trying to showcase the best version of themselves. I'll showcase anger. I'll showcase when I'm shitty at David Parry, or if I'm lost or I don't know where the fuck I am. I want to show humanity.
Yep.
That's what I want to show. I don't want to show some stage scripted shit that and if one more person says I'm on the wrong fucking bike, I'm going to punch them in the head. Of course I'm on the wrong bike for the trip, but that's the fun of it.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Can you ride a Harley Davidson to Everest? Can you ride a Harley Davidson into the Arctic? It's an adventure, and I try and take the followers along with me.
And you do. Like that, and it obviously resonates because, like, look downstairs here this morning, Gasoline Alley.
Yep.
You've had all these people coming up, and it's just very real. It's not fake. It's and just soul of the earth people coming in. Oh, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? There's no, there's just nothing. You know, I sat there for an hour and a half basically, and just sat back and watched. And
it's nice. It's the most humbling.
Yep.
I don't realise. And I say this, it's hard not to say this without coming across egotistical, but a lot of the filming's done alone and the editing's done alone, and until I hit the road and do a meetup like this, I don't realise the impact that, like, people know me. And me and Parry look at ourselves and we laugh. Like when we did the monkey bike ride to Perth, there's so many people that met us, and it just blows us away. So, I mean, I created this really from not much, and it's taking on a whole life of its own now, which is really nice. It's just, it's awesome. So.
Were you always a moto rider?
Yeah, I've always liked motorbikes, but I couldn't afford a motorbike until I was 31, until I went into real estate. Yeah. And my first motorbike was an 883 Sportster at 31, and I've been riding from 41 now to 47. So, but the last 2 years, as the motovlog, very seriously, like a lot.
Because the places that you ride them, are like you go to some pretty hardcore places on your bikes.
Yep.
So it's like I honestly thought you must have ridden for your life prior to that, because like you've got skills that a lot of people probably couldn't have, because it must be hard to ride the say Road King.
It's skills at dropping them. I've got good skills at dropping them.
Yeah, but you still go to these places.
Yeah.
Like some of these hill, and the other thing is you use GoPros a lot, and it's very hard to represent what a hill looks like.
Totally, I agree. The gradient, I can never show the gradient.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you look at the footage, you can see the rear wheel spinning out rocks, and that gives you some idea of the gradient.
Yep.
But it is recently on the vlog I just released. The series is called Rogue, and vlog 3, where I had to pick the bike up. It didn't really show the camber, but that was actually sort of facing down into a camber. And some people were saying in the comments, you need to learn how to lift it up. Anyone can lift up a motorbike when it's on flat ground. You try lift it up when it's leaning into a camber. Yep. It's not only 380 kilos, it's more like it's harder. You have to, and what I like about it is you got to figure it out. It was 5 degrees. I had to figure that out. If I had to take the bike apart piece by piece, I would have done it. Yep. That's bullshit, because I wouldn't know how to do that. But I did come close to pouring petrol on it and lining it up and just walking away and say, fuck this series, it's over. No, that was just a thought, but no.
Wow. Where was that at?
I don't know. I was lost.
Just middle of
nowhere. In Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks. I've been on the road now. This is day 16.
Yep.
So that was actually day 1.
Wow. That's a good first day.
Yeah.
You enjoy riding alone? Yes,
I do. I do. It's a lot of men ride to combat depression. I do too. I think COVID's really done my head in. So as soon as restrictions were eased, I just thought I'm getting on my bike and riding. And I just thought I'd go to Cameron's Corner. I'd never really heard of it. Someone mentioned it, and it's sort of, I thought it would be an adventure, and let's see what happens along the way. And the number one rule is not to die. As long as I do that, all's good.
Is that something that you think about sometimes? Like
every day.
Really?
Absolutely. Every morning I get up, I say to myself, is today the day that I'm going to have a nasty accident?
Yeah.
I know I take risks. I ride one-handed holding cameras and in the rain and whatnot. I take risks. But you got to get the footage, and I'm prepared to wear the consequences. I guess if it all ended for me today or tomorrow, I've lived an absolutely full life. Yep. I've got great insurance. My kids have had private school educations. I've done my job as a father.
Yep.
And if I die today, then people are going to say that guy lived life to the fullest. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I'm prepared for that. Yep. I don't want it to happen. I'm not on a death wish. I know some people think I am.
Yep.
I'm just living my life my way.
When did it come about that you became an author? Did you think you were going to be an author forever?
No, I kept a journal, and when I got my first divorce, I've done a bit of national keynote speaking for real estate conferences,
Right.
and I got asked to speak alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in Brisbane. So I thought I would finish my book, and I promoted it there when I spoke. And so no one would publish it for me, so I published it myself.
Yep.
And I sold about 600 copies in one day, and I couldn't believe I did that. And I've sold I think 2,000 or 3,000 copies now.
Self-published.
Self-published. It's made me nearly $100,000, so it's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, not many book people can do that. Like, obviously, self-publishing's helped that now, hasn't it?
Well, I do use the word fucking a lot and cunt.
Yeah, right.
Are you allowed to say that word? Sorry, you might want to delete that out.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. It can go anywhere. So, yeah, big words.
Doesn't know what to say.
No, I don't actually. Road King.
Yeah.
Does it just piss you off when people just say you can't do that?
I
just really.
Yeah, but they're the people that are sitting in their armchairs watching Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, and it's in life it's really easy to sit by the sidelines and shoot arrows at people that are doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to make Netflix. I'm not watching it. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds a bit egotistical saying that, but I'm like it's my life. I'm doing it my way, and we live once. I can't stress that enough. This is it. Like, I don't know if there's anything after we die, but I'm just, it's a challenge. It's fun. It's true adventure. It's unscripted. It's unplanned.
Yep.
I don't really have a route, but I'm a bit safer today. I carry an EPIRB on me. I've got some, I take flares with me now.
Yep.
So, and I don't know. I try and be a bit more safer.
Yeah, right. Are you an adventurer? Were you always, like, say 31 was obviously a fairly distinct time in your life. You obviously changed. Work,
I've always travelled, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do like to... I think when I first went into real estate and started making money, I've stayed at many grand places, like many of the best hotels in the world, and I've done some really cool things, but now I would rather do more obscure, remote places that people don't see. That is way more attractive to me than staying in some 5-star resort with drunken yobbos. That just doesn't appeal to me at all anymore. I really want to do North America on a motorbike, but I don't know how that's going to go with COVID and But yeah,
You travelled much over there in general?
Sorry,
have you travelled much over there in general?
I haven't been to North America. No,
Haven't you? Okay.
No.
Yeah, right.
So,
I thought you might have done that. So
no.
Where have you been on your bikes?
Where? What
Yeah.
countries?
Countries, yeah.
I've been to India, so I did the Everest ride. I rode then I did the Arctic. So I rode from Seattle to Deadhorse, which is as north as you can go in the Arctic.
Yeah.
I did that ride. I've done all of New Zealand. I've done Australia a couple of times. I've done Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, America a couple of times. But America, I haven't vlogged it. Where else have I done? I've done the monkey bike ride, which was 8,500 Ks in 11 days on a monkey bike. That was quite torturous.
Is that a highlight?
The monkey bike ride?
Yeah.
It was a buzz raising $100,000 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would happen. But I did need spinal surgery after the monkey bike ride.
Really?
No, not really. But
Nice mistake.
But I could have.
Yeah.
No, my bum was pretty sore.
Yeah.
But Parry pulled out halfway through because he's a puff.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the ticker that I have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're not going to quit?
I don't even know what the word quit means.
Yep.
What is that?
Don't know. So was that like out of all those rides, that was definitely something that was...
No. Out of all the rides, India was the
pinnacle?
most brutal. I don't know if you've watched that series, but that's the most brutal. Did you say no?
No,
You haven't watched it?
not that serious, no.
Yeah. Well, you really shouldn't be doing this interview with me then.
No.
I'm just playing with you. India was the most brutal series, and people that have watched that would probably agree. The footage I've taken this trip is pretty awesome. As I said before, I did nearly lose the Road King to the ocean legitimately, but somehow I managed to save it. And the adrenaline that comes with that when you think it's all over and then you actually get out of it and the Road King goes on to live for another day.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'll just say this, I get some negative comments, people saying, I'm deliberately trashing a Harley Davidson. Someone said I'm disrespecting the Harley Davidson brand and, I shouldn't be doing that to a Road King. Well, like, it's my bike, it's my money. Like, I don't tell you to stop buying your bag of dope every week or buying or snorting lines of cocaine or drinking your case of beer every week. I mean, I don't take drugs or alcohol. So, if I want to trash a $35,000 bike, I'm allowed to do that. But I might want to add, my bike has just been here again serviced. They've changed the bearings. They've gone over the bike. My bike runs. I've done 33,000 Ks on it in 18 months. My bike runs perfectly. Cosmetically, absolutely. It's got a few dings here and buckles here, but the memories I've created on that are priceless. You know what I mean? The beach I rode on when I got bogged, the guy said he's never seen a Harley Davidson ever before on this beach. You know what I mean?
Where was that?
A place called Sandon. I rode the 12. It's a village that's you can only access it by the beach.
Sandon Point.
I don't know, but at low tide they can only get in or out. I rode it at high tide on a Harley Davidson, and I made it.
Wow.
I did get bogged halfway through, and I thought it was all over, but I did get pulled out by I can't wait to release that vlog because that footage is just. I was scared. I initially start riding. I'm like so happy I'm on the beach. I'm riding along, and then I realised the 12 Ks is a long way.
Yeah.
Then I realised it was raining. There was no one on the beach, and then I realised how fast the tide was coming in. And with riding on the beach is you've got to ride close to the water where the hard sand is. And my bike, I was doing 60 Ks an hour and my bike was and momentum is the key to riding on sand. Yep. My bike was all over the place. It was going, and I knew that if I stopped, I would sink and it was all over. And what happened was my GoPro flew off and that happened. I sank. I got off. I could not get out and I thought it was all over. And I won't go into what happened because it's in the vlog, but it was the closest I've come to, I thought it was pretty bad.
Wow. What's it like to ride in a Harley on the beach or Road King on the beach?
Awesome.
It is fun?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
These people that say, try it. Like there's some footage. I put out a teaser on YouTube. It's just a 1-minute clip. I think it's had like 20,000 views in about a day, but I put some nice music to it and I slow motioned it and it was just awesome. I mean, it was a sunny day. I'm riding it in the water. Yeah. Like just skimming the water's edge on a Harley Davidson Road King.
It did look awesome.
It was awesome, man. I mean, that was a moment. Like I live for pinch me moments, and that was just another pinch me moment where I got it on the beach and I'm riding at 60, 70 Ks an hour, and water was spraying up in my face, and fucking salt was everywhere, and I just thought, you know what, I can wash the bike and I can get the salt out of it, but I'm not going to be able to. That's a memory. You know what I'm saying?
You can't replace, you can replace bikes, you can replace it, but you can't replace a memory.
Or what do? Go on a toy run with all my mates and look at everyone's shiny bike and talk about my cam and my new muffler and all the wank and, gee, your bike looks so clean. Like, that's good for them and I respect people that are like that. I've been that guy before, but now it's just different for me. I'm using a motorbike as an adventure bike and I know I should use it as an adventure bike, but the fun is in trying to conquer things that and figuring it out. When you get bogged, okay, I've got to dig it out. So I carry a shovel now. Just little things to help me along the way.
Just like adventure smarts, isn't it, really?
Well, I'm creating a show for entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, if I did it on an adventure bike, I don't think people would really care. Oh, look, there's a hill. I went up the hill. Wow, how exciting. Nothing happened.
Yep.
That
makes sense. Definitely makes sense. And to get down to the nitty gritty of the bike, like I was in here earlier this morning in the workshop looking, and like the boys are like, if we cleaned up, all right. You wouldn't even know. A few little dents and scratches and whatnot. But it's still in 33,000 Ks old. It's still in really good nick.
Yeah, I think. Well, they won't trade it though. I tried to trade it on a new Road King, but they won't do that.
They won't trade it?
No.
No, it's history.
It's disappointing, isn't it?
It probably is. So, would you go to a Pan America, or would that be something for you that you go, nah, that's bringing something here that should be there anyway?
I'd only go to a Pan America if Harley gave me one, or if a dealership said, here, ride this for 3 months to do a trip around Australia on it or something.
On one of those,
Yeah, I would buy one and I'd film it just to see how good it is, but I would definitely put it through its paces. There's no doubt. But yeah, I mean, for me, riding a Pan America wouldn't be that much of a challenge, I don't think, because it's geared for the stuff I do. But yeah, if someone gave me one and said, listen here, Danny, take it for a month, here's 10 grand, take it for a month and film it and say Gasoline Alley sponsored it, for example, then I would do that, you know what I mean? And people would watch the vlog.
For sure.
Gasoline Alley should do that.
Yeah. if you need a filmer.
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
You know when people say, do you want to film? You'll quit, I reckon. Because I don't know you, but I feel that people wouldn't continue on. They'd go, this is ridiculous.
Probably.
But yeah, you'd have to sign something.
Yeah, it'd have to be some sort of waiver.
Where you can't
contract.
quit.
We can't quit.
Yeah.
That'd be
But
interesting.
anyway,
Why video production? Like as I say, my job is video production.
Yep.
I love seeing like the nitty gritty things of what you do.
Yep.
Why did you really get into doing it? Because it takes so much time.
For me, it's like creating. I'm a perfectionist, and to capture such good footage and not edit it correctly is like people say, why don't you pump out more vlogs quicker? Because I'm going to take my time and I want it to look good.
Yep.
So every vlog I try and create better. And, from 2 years till now, I think they've definitely improved. But I want to create a cinematic, emotional, fun, scary, funny adventure. And, yeah, I just don't want it to be a vlog. I want it to be more than that. I want to use the right music. I want to find the right song for the right scene. Like in upcoming vlogs, when I hit the beach, when the drama starts, I'll put some dramatic music in. It all takes time. But if you're left, like music, as you know, changes emotion.
The whole dynamic changes. Yep.
You just have to slow motion a clip, put some music to it, change a bit of colour, and all of a sudden you change something from boring to interesting. And it's not that hard. And I'm self-taught just through watching YouTube vlogs. So
Yep.
I just do the basics very well. I probably use my editing software probably 10% of its capabilities, but I think I do that 10% well,
Yep.
And I know how to use a drone. So, putting a bit of drone footage in and just using different camera angles, putting the camera on the crash bars, shooting it at my face, putting it in front, putting it behind, just moving the GoPro around. You've got to make it interesting. You've got to, like I said before, 1, 2, 3, 4, change. 1, 2, changing scenes all the time is really important.
Definitely is, isn't it? Like I work on another.
Excuse me.
You're right. I work on another TV show as camera operator,
Yep.
and we travel around on bikes and that as well. And same deal. It's just constant bang, bang, change. Because it's very boring looking at just at the back of your helmet, and
Absolutely.
You must put a lot of time into that. Constantly stop, start, changing this over.
There's a fine balance between being in a dangerous situation and still trying to film, and I still try and film. Like when the tide was coming in and I thought I was going to lose my bike, I was still trying to film, and there was a point there thinking, Danny, this is ridiculous because you're going to lose your bike and all you care about is filming. And then I thought, what's the point? If I do lose my bike to the ocean, I might as well film it.
Yeah.
So
It's a balance.
I don't know what the balance is there, but insanity.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Wow, that's
Yeah, and the bike's not insured either.
isn't it?
Well, then, dude, they're not going to insure me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Where were you? Oh, at the top of Ayers Rock. How'd you get it there? I rode it up there.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're probably a liability on that side of it, especially when it's broadcast. Very hard to hide it.
Yeah.
Now the cars,
Yep.
same deal. Car fan forever.
Yeah, I grew up probably. I mean, we've all got a poor story, but I just grew up. Parents didn't have a good car. I always had the Kmart runners. Was teased as a kid, and so I've just bought the best cars that money can buy, I guess. So yeah, I'm a car lover. I've always my dream was to buy a BMW, and as a kid, I used to stare in the window and dream about buying a second-hand BMW because I never ever thought the day would come where I could own a new one. And this dealership, when I was 31, I went back there and I looked in there and I went and bought my first BMW when I was in real estate. Cost me $44,000 second-hand, like a year old. And and I've owned a lot of cars. So, but currently driving a Ferrari 458 Italia.
Yeah.
And I have an X5 BMW, which is my daily drive.
They're a great vehicle, aren't they?
The X5?
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Really
new
good
model, it's just spot on.
Good
really.
car.
Yeah, really good car.
Do you enjoy taking the 458 to the track? And I have seen it.
Yeah, I have tracked it once. I'm not a big track fan because, it's fun, but the car just gets hammered so much. And I know they're built for that.
Yeah.
But I bought my car with 10,000 Ks on it. It's now so I put 30,000 on it in 3 years.
On the Ferrari?
I put 10,000. So I'm driving it like my bikes. So I'll keep the Ferrari again, like my Road King. I won't sell it.
Yeah.
So the Ferraris, the shape is just the 458 is just a beautiful looking
Beautiful
car.
yeah.
And I mean, 10 years time, it's still going to look modern and clean. And, but yeah, it is, for me, it's the ultimate. I've done stuff because of real estate, which I couldn't even think big enough that I would ever do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I never thought one day I could afford to buy a Ferrari or I just never thought that was possible. But
Yep.
it has been. It's sort of amazing.
Now, is this story true about you sitting down reading unique cars and that?
Correct.
Yeah?
So, yeah, as a kid, I used to buy unique cars. It was
Yeah.
like $4.95. And, yeah, I used to play a game in my head when I was about 12 and I used to pretend that if I had $20,000, what car would I buy on the page? And I'd circle it. And, yeah, I did things like that all the time. I used to dream and get so excited about what car am I going to buy. And all of that has come true for me today. But I just want to say this, and this is really important. Money doesn't buy happiness. I've been an absolute mess, alone, very much alone, with everything that money can buy materially, and still been really, really unhappy. The happiest I am, to be honest, is when I'm on the road travelling. And, you know, I've really been, especially when my brother died and my marriage ended. And when my brother died, I punched out another real estate agent and I got arrested and I thought I was going to lose my real estate license. And I've had a lot of things happen all at once, and where there's been some real low points, and just getting on a bike and riding has really saved me, you know. Like a lot of men, in my 40s, I've been very suicidal, you know what I mean? I still see a psychologist, you know, once a month, once a fortnight. I've been seeing him for 11 years. So it really is, for me, a checkup from the neck up, because it's my thinking. And particularly with suicide, and that's why me and David did the ride for suicide prevention. Suicide is such a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And the problem with our thinking is, particularly with depression, when you're clinically depressed or when you're in a true depression, your head will tell you it's forever. And that's a sad thing. Depression wants to kill you, ultimately. It says you're going to be like this forever. Mm-hmm. But it's really important to keep things like journals. So when you're feeling good, you can write that you're feeling good. I came out of my depression, you know, because depression it's horrific when you're in it. You know, people say, I see these stupid commercials, you know, particularly with COVID, with mental health, go for a run, ring a friend. Like when you're depressed, you just want to lie in one spot and just die. You're like, you can't even pick up the phone. You just, you know, it's bad. Like if some people know what I'm talking about here, you know. Mm-hmm. So... But for me, yeah, riding. But you got to pick yourself up, and you can't think your way out of a depression. You have to act your way out of it. You know.
Those commercials are a bit like antagonising.
Oh, it's just,
isn't it?
It's just typical government wank. What a waste of money.
Yeah, it just makes zero sense if you're in that headspace anyway.
Yeah.
You your government standpoints for COVID and that. You're so strong. You're so strongly.
Mate, you should see the banner I'm going to put up at Cameron's Corner. That's why I'm going there.
Really?
Yep.
Can you say it, or is it going on a vlog?
No, it's going on a vlog.
Okay, we won't go there.
Yeah. You can say that, but I'm not going to say what I'm doing there. Yeah.
For sure. That lockdown was just way too long.
Don't get me started on it.
Okay.
No. Look, I just think they should have isolated the elderly people.
Yeah.
And the people at risk.
Yep.
And they should have just told us all to social distance.
Yep.
And but I think they've brutalised the economy, and I think that we haven't felt any of the effects yet. I think we're all in novelty stage of, I think 12 months from now, I think, you know, when JobKeeper ends and JobSeeker ends, that potentially, and I hope I'm wrong and I don't have a crystal ball, but I think that we could be hit really hard. I think times could be very different. And I feel sorry for small business, and I think the government knee-jerked way too quickly, and listening to Scott Morrison saying over and over and over, it's going to be like this for months and months and months and months. And it hasn't been. And he's terrorised everyone to death. And people fired people like I did. I laid off 13 people. And, you know, yeah, look, I'm not a fan of tough job they've got with respect to making decisions.
Yep.
But I just think, like, for example, having the borders closed, like, you know, their slogan's been, we're all in this together. No, we're not. We're all in it border by border.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, there's just, yeah, I just, you know, initially the government said, you know, let's not inundate our health system. Our health system hasn't been inundated one bit.
No.
We're prepared. We can. It's like the road toll. This is on 60 Minutes. We could end the road toll. We can all travel at 5 kilometres an hour. Yeah. But we have mitigating. We mitigate the fact that there's going to be a certain amount of deaths so that we can travel at 100 or 110. It's going to be the same with COVID.
Yep.
We just have to, we can't run and hide from it.
It's like a factor.
It's absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just something that's part of us now, and I think slowly we're now coming around to that, which is good. I think the government, in some way, has done a great job, but I think that like for example, I'm not picking on Queensland, but still having the Queensland border shut.
Yeah.
What's the point? Like, what is the Premier trying to prove? We haven't had what the other countries have had. One is we don't have the density of people.
Yep.
And our healthcare system is incredibly good shape, and certainly now after 3 or 4 months, the PPE, we are ready. We are ready to act if there is an outbreak. Most 99% of people that get it nothing really happens to them anyway. So. But of course, they show. I remember. I know I'm getting off a rant here. I remember when it's like, well, you don't want to see what's happening in France, and then it was like London's the worst. Now it's North America. Like the media just keeps any hotspot in the world, they just go to it. Oh, alert!
Hype.
It's hype, scare you. It's like I'm just sick of listening to it.
Yep.
It's like, and I'm not being ignorant about it. It's just that we live in Australia, and it isn't happening here. No. And domestically, as a country, we could boom. Like our tourism is massive. Like a lot of us, we all travel overseas, Bali, Phuket, wherever. Yep. We could all travel, get to this country's beautiful, Kakadu and parts of far north Queensland, which is like, I'm sure that's going to boom when they open up the borders. But domestically, we can survive as a country incredibly. I'll pay an extra $1 for something that's made in Australia. Definitely. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, the China, and I've got to be honest, I'm glad that our government has taken a stance against China because they're bullies. They're just bullies. And I really love that the government has taken that stance to say, oh, well, we'll cut off our barley exports or whatever, or try and hurt us, but we're not going to be intimidated. And good on ScoMo for doing that. For sure. Because we can sustain our own country by ourselves. I think we can.
And if that's one lesson that I think that this does teach us, and I'm not a big fan of the "have you learnt your lesson" statement. Yep. But if it's one thing that it has taught us is we can sustain ourselves here, and we can do more here. Yep. We want to travel more here. Like, don't need to go anywhere. We've got an awesome place that's got everything that you need here. Yep. We just need more manufacturing.
Absolutely.
Which is something that I don't know might be a turning of the tide anyway.
Yep. I think that'll happen.
How did you go? Same deal. I don't want to discuss it if it's coming in your vlog, but how did you go crossing the border here to Queensland?
No problem.
Easy?
He was a fan of $1 Million Bogan.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome.
No, that's bullshit. No, I was creative. Let's just say that.
Okay.
It'll be on the vlog.
It'll be on the vlog? When does that vlog come out?
Mate, well, I'm still putting out day 1. Yeah. Right, and I'm on day 16 of my ride. So there's about 20 to 30 vlogs to come out before... That was yesterday, the border. Yeah. So month away, 6 weeks away, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But yeah, because I haven't even started editing vlog 4 yet. Yep. And again, I'm about to head to remote, so there'll be nowhere to edit. But again, I'll take my time and I won't pump out shit, so people will just have to wait. But it'll be worth the wait.
And on the side, I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to this stuff because it's my job. Do you edit on the go? Do you use a laptop or you have something at home that you...
No, I have...
You do it on the go?
Just bought a brand new laptop. Yeah. A powerful one. You need power.
For sure.
As you would know.
Yep.
Got external storage as well because I just take so much footage. Yeah, I do. If I'm rested, I've had a couple of easy days where I've managed to get out, part of... I'm up to day 2. So, yeah, I pumped out a vlog about 2 or 3 days ago. Yep. So that was good. But I won't pump out a vlog for a while now. Unless I find, a nice motel and I'm reasonably rested, I'll try and... You've got to be in the right headspace. You've just
editing is If you're not going to get anything good out. Totally.
You just sit there and Sometimes I have to walk away from it for a couple of hours and then go back to it. Yep. Or sleep on it and then look at it again and go, oh shit, that's long-winded. Need to cut. It's always about chopping. Yep. You do a vlog, you end up with 40 minutes. You think, Dan, you got to get this down to under 20. So I try and keep the vlogs around 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Proper YouTubers keep them around under 10 minutes, but because mine are more of a series, more of a TV type, they're
for sure.
They're a bit longer,
Like, do you have a like YouTube's one platform? Would you ever think that you'd have a chance to get on, say, a Netflix or something? Seven Mate.
I think that. Look, that's my dream for a TV station to say, listen, we're going to stick a camera crew with you, or just one guy, go rogue for 3 months, go around Australia, you and Parry.
Here's a budget. Yep.
Yep. We'll pay X amount of money, and we're going to film it and then cut it. Of course, that's my dream. Has it happened? No. Do I think that people would watch it? I think they would. But again, I'm biased, obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't think that'll happen one day. And you know what? If it doesn't happen, I don't care because I'm creating my own TV channel anyway.
Yep.
So, and you look at the number one YouTuber in the world, PewDiePie, 110 million followers.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's insane.
How's the numbers work on that? Like, because people, the trouble is with people, they think that you're going to be paid a fortune as soon as you get.
No.
It doesn't work out, does it?
I earn between $600 and $1,000 a month through YouTube ad revenue.
Through the clicks.
Yep. That's basically it. I've got, there's no money in it at this point. And I think if you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. I do it because I like motorbike riding and I like cinematography.
Yep.
And I'm not scared to be my authentic self. So you put those three together and you've got $1 Million Bogan. Do you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yep.
So, yeah.
And do you like the name $1 Million Bogan?
No, I think we covered that before, didn't I? I said I wish I don't. It leads to the connotation that I'm super loaded and that I'm just this crazy millionaire. It's really not true. I'm not saying that I'm poor, but the name's stuck and I've wanted to change it and people have said, don't do it. We like the name. But I guess, like I'll wear a Rolex and I drive there's two sides to me. There's the corporate Danny.
Yep.
And there's also the Bogan when I'm on the road where I don't give a fuck and I'm just running. Like my jeans haven't been washed for 14 days and, I shit my pants about a week ago and I haven't changed it. That's not true. I shouldn't have said that. That was something I thought that just came up my mouth with no filter.
Nice honesty.
Sorry, that's not true.
So it didn't happen?
No, it didn't happen.
Okay. Wow. And how has this road trip been? Has this been a good one?
Yeah, it's been good. I've loved it. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been tough.
Yeah.
A few times there, my heart rate would have been over 200 beats per minute because I was so scared. But it's been good.
And picking up the bike, like you've picked it up a lot. Mm-hmm. How like I've got my own bike and I've had to lift it once.
Yep.
They're bloody heavy.
Oh yeah, it's heavy.
Like, do you have an art to it? Like, is there? It's just because it's bloody heavy.
Well, one point I had to skull drag it around to a different angle so I could lever it up. That was bad because I scraped the tank and scraped everything. And I saw people watching that would have been thinking, "Oh my God!" But when you're in the bush alone, remote, you have to do it. So you have to figure it out. Mm. And what am I going to do? Quit and walk away? Like walk off set? I'm not on a set. No. I'm 50 k's inland with no one around. So you got to figure it out. So you got to lift it up.
Yep.
So whether I've got to use the tree branch or do whatever I can to get it up, I'll get it up.
Yep.
If I've got to rip take every bit of weight off it and get it on the right angle to lift it up, I'll do it.
Yep.
The crash bars are a must. Like they do save you because once you get to the crash bar, you're right.
Because it's already pivoted up a bit. Isn't
That's right. You got leverage.
Okay. Yep. No, that makes sense.
Yep.
Why real estate?
I just thought I'd have a go at it.
Were you always bold, like extrovert?
Yes, I've always been extroverted. I've always been able to talk a lot.
Yeah.
I've always been enthusiastic about life. People say, God, that guy's really full on. And so I've been lucky that I've always had that spark, that energy. Yep. People, it's all about energy, people pick up on that. So I think in real estate, if you're full of beans and energy and enthusiastic and optimistic about getting someone a higher price, you're going to be super successful. And if you don't quit, like the rule is don't ever quit, because most people quit when it gets hard. If you push through the hard times, because you can never fail if you never quit, So I very much live by that motto. And
do you still enjoy real estate?
My role's very different. I am the managing director and I'm hands off, so I oversee the operation. I still make all the key decisions financially, and no one joins a business without my final say so. Mm-hmm. So operationally, I have a number of owners now, but me and Michelle Winkle, my business partner, are the key stakeholders. There's 5 offices. I still like it, but it gives me an opportunity to do the motovlogging, which is probably my true passion now.
Yeah, right. So that gives it, because what would you, apart from doing the trips, what would you dedicate a week to? Like, say, an edit, a 20-minute edit, you're probably 20 to 30 hours just in time for that. Do you dedicate half a week to the vlogging part?
No, well, I'm not always vlogging. I mean, I'm not always on a road trip. So, you know, during COVID, I tried to be creative with some stuff, some workshop stuff at Harley. But look, I'm in the office probably 5 days a week, maybe for an hour, maybe for 6 hours. Just depends what's going on. But I'm always looking to plan my next trip, you know. So, and I just give the guys notice and let them know I'm off. So,
and then you go. Do you have any others? Obviously, I don't want to talk about them because you're probably going to keep them a secret. But do you have other trips planned?
Yes,
you do.
Yep. I'm going to ride a lawnmower into outer space.
Yeah, right. With Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Very cool. But you do. You have obviously like a bucket list or some sort of form.
Yeah, I got a couple up my sleeve.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. And Cape York.
Yep.
Is that good?
Yeah. I want to do it again because I only got. I was 233 kilometres from the very tip. I only got to Weipa. Yeah. But now with different enduro tyres, I can make the very, very tip.
So they made a huge difference.
Massive
like for
difference.
What you've done this week and that.
Massive difference. Just different bike.
Yeah, right.
They had to change the wheel, put a Dyna rear wheel on it, make it skinnier, but the handling's better, the grip's better.
Yeah.
The tyres are softer, but that bike, the tyres have saved me. I mean, I did Cape York on stock tyres, mate. I didn't even put the tyre pressure down. So, but no, it was fun.
You've been able to sort of fill a lot of people. Like, I think everyone has the chance to do things. If you put your head down, you honestly believe that you can do it. You can do it, which is something that you obviously say as well. I think.
Yep.
You've had a chance to do a lot of people's others bucket list, haven't you?
Oh look, I guess so. Well, I don't mean to do it as their bucket list, but I'm doing my bucket list.
Yep.
Because I did the 100-hour weeks for year after year after year after year.
Yep.
I put money before my marriage and lost that. I wish I didn't do that. There's things I've done not so well, but I think since my brother died and I've just thought more of fuck it. I'm just going to live, just go hard, like, you know.
Yep.
Do what I truly love doing, and there's nothing excites me more than riding along a dirt track and then seeing a massive sand run, thinking, right, how am I going to get through this?
Yep.
Okay, do I need more power on, or you know? And I make mistakes, like I forget to let down the tyres.
Yeah.
You know, I do stupid things. I'm just caught up in the moment, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, anyway.
Mate, it's awesome. It's so refreshing. It's refreshing to see real people. You know, you see a real vlog, you see a real real production. It's just nice to, from my side, I find it really nice to see. And as I say, some of the things, a bucket list for people, and people sort of sit at home and analyse it, watch it. Oh, I want to be able to do that, but you can do it. I think it's just...
Well, you can do it.
You've got to put that away.
Yeah, you can do anything if you want it bad enough, you know, so...
100%. Well, mate, I know you've got a trek, and
no worries.
you've got a bike to pick up downstairs. So it's just a short one. I really, really wanted to have you in here, and
it's a pleasure.
The energy, I just love the energy.
Oh, thank you.
So
thanks for having me on your show, and good luck. All the best with your podcast, and the guys at Gasoline Alley seem like a good bunch of guys.
Yep,
they treated me well. I hope they give me a big discount.
Probably. No, thank you so much, mate.
Okay, pleasure.
Right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.